All right, so highly anticipated. This vintage guitar all the way from Hawaii. What could it be? Oh, yeah! Oh my God. It's a Steinberger P-Series Mini Flying V with graphite neck. Ah! I love it! Just kidding.
Herb, what's up, man?
Hey,
how you doing,
paying
buddy?
some more money on the guitar.
Oh boy.
Brought it down to $14.80 this time.
Yes. You're just kind of doing the throw 40 every day.
Hey, you ever hear the Beatles on this? This is the. Oh, I got some Beatles stuff you've never heard before.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just got the mail yesterday. Some friends of mine live on rent.
Yeah. Nice.
Very you've never heard of stuff before. Matter of fact, I don't even know if this label actually exists. This is out of the studio archives.
Black Sherry Records, Beatles Rock Band Volume 2, Disc 2. Where'd you get this from?
I can't tell you.
I can't tell.
I can't tell you that.
You put more money down on
Sure,
your
why
Sonic?
not? Sure, why not?
Jay wanted to talk to you too about that. We wanted to kind of square away with you on the rest of the payment plan.
Well, I got to pay it by the month.
Okay.
That's why I paid $401 in the first place.
Yeah.
Next month I'll have all the money in one shot. So
Nice.
I just now paid $110.
How much do you want to pay today?
All right, 110 I paid the last time, probably 30 this time.
Okay.
Just so I can get it down a little farther. There's 10,
Okay, I'm gonna go grab the receipt.
and there's
Okay.
20. There's $30 off there.
1,480 left of the dual Sonic.
We have gotten an amazing array of just great vintage guitars in the last couple days. Some profound guitars. I'm gonna start with this one, which I haven't even seen yet. I have a good idea what it is. Okay, so.
It's like when the toy patiently faded from you.
Herb, you've had your 15 minutes of fame. I want you out of the video now, buddy.
Last glory is that you're better than I am, Dave. What are you kidding?
Come on, buddy.
I'm not that good, Jay. I suck. I mean, as far as I can turn to you. I'm okay.
All right, Herb. See you, bud. Yes, sir. Another day in the life. Woo, the things we do for love. Okay, here we go.
Well, see, I was saying you can't keep an old man down forever.
Keep it.
A good man, too. See you later, Jay.
Bye, buddy. You know I love you. Come on, one more. Ah, there's the sixth latch. Whoa, baby. Oh, baby. I can tell right now with the rotor switch, this has got to be an ES345. And it's an old one. Beautiful faded cherry red finish on that thing. Nice pack job, Mr. Carr. Oh goodness. Look at that. A nice cable with it. Okay, look at this. This is the stereo cable. It's got the stereo ring tip there. Because this is a stereo guitar. Which basically means that you have the capability of coming out of this instrument into two separate amplifiers and designating this pickup to one amp, this pickup to another, which is kind of a novel idea when you think about it. So this is a 1963 ES345. Beautiful, beautiful faded finish. Looks pretty stock to me. So similar to a 335, the stereo feature, the Veritone control, and the inlays are what kind of set it different. This one probably, 63, could have the PAF pickups, the patent applied for us, and we'll take them apart and get a look at that. Wow, this is just a beautiful piece.
Give it back.
Okay.
Nice and soft.
Good, good. Take your time. We'll check back with you.
Okay, Edward, 110, 50 attacks.
Okay, so I got this guitar in a couple of days ago. 1965 Fender Stratocaster. The gentleman that brought this in was the original owner. He bought this guitar in 1965, and he bought the amp a couple months later, and he's had them all these years. Absolutely beautiful condition. It's that three-tone sunburst. Look at the back of that neck. It's like, there's a couple little dings and around the edges because he played it for a bit. It's got the Transition logo. This is the first run after Leo sold the company. So CBS bought this and they changed the logo a bit from the old traditional spaghetti logo to what you see here. The amp, Vibrolux Reverb, legendary black bass, 210s, beautiful, beautiful amp. It's got the original foot switch in the back. This is really unique in that it has, you know, the old Fender hang tag. You know, this is what they gave you with your guitars. The serial number matches the guitar. Just really cool stuff. This guy even has the original sales receipt for his amp and his guitar. These were bought in Spokane, Washington at a store called Blessing Music Center. What a great name. Apparently this guy went out of business a few years later. The guy that bought this, it says put $20 down and paid $10 a month for 2 years. So it was a pretty good deal for him. Coil cord. I mean, this is just one of those wonderful combinations that we love to see when a guy brings in his first amp and guitar he bought. Okay, moving on. Really, really excited about the prospect of this instrument coming in. I talked to this gentleman last week, and when he told me what he has, I was like, oh, please, please, please bring it in. I mean, look at that tweed case. That is in beautiful condition. So this guy calls this, I have a 1954 Fender Stratocaster, and for you guitar geeks out there, 54 was the first year that they made the Stratocaster. So anyway, so we open it up, and there we have it, a 1954 Fender Stratocaster. Original case. Notice when they put the pocket in the middle like this. They later changed it down the side. You can see that it is, the body's in like really great shape. This guitar is, what, 58 years old. The neck has just the right amount of wear on it. Guy played it. You can see most players took that back plate off that covers the cavity and the tremolo springs. There it is. It's just easier to change the strings with this off. Nice wear on the neck. You can just see that, you know, where it's, the playing has worn through the original finish they put on that maple board. We love to see it that way. There's a lot of character in that neck. Two-tone sunburst. You know, it's black to the brown, the yellow. Before they went to the three-tone sunburst that we saw in the 65 Strat that we showed you today as well. If you look at these pickup covers here, these were made of Bakelite, and see how they just deteriorate, and they didn't stay with that very long before they went to plastic because it just held up better. And you can see how they're just falling apart, but they're still there and they're fine. The knobs have been changed. For all intents and purposes, this guitar is there. There's a couple little, you know, things that aren't 100%, but it's so close that it's, you know, we're just thrilled to have a piece of Fender history like this, and somebody's going to absolutely love this guitar. It's just a stunning instrument.
Setting up this this beautiful old Gibson. It's kind of a unique guitar because it's started out life as an acoustic guitar. It's an L7 C, so the C stands for cutaway, which is this here, and it actually shouldn't have electronics. It's really an acoustic guitar, but a long time ago someone put pickups in it. So it's kind of a really unique guitar. It's really kind of one of a kind. It's cool. Gotta shave this down to get the action low enough. It is a guitar that we're going to sell. As soon as I make it play right. So off I go.
So a gentleman named George Horton walked in with his guitar, and George, I come to find out, was one of the founding members of a big time Seattle band in the 60s and 70s called Black and White Affair. They teamed up with Quincy Jones and did some stuff with him back in the 60s, and I saw some promo shots of these guys, and it was a great looking band. I'd heard the name, but I'd never really heard their music or anything like that. So he brought this guitar, and he ordered this guitar from Gibson in 1963, and it was the guitar was a custom order for him. This is a 63 L7C. So the L7C is an acoustic arch top with a cutaway, 17-inch body, pretty much like a jazz box. So, and you can see the custom, it says custom on the truss rod cover there. So to get this guitar with pickups, you had to custom order it, and that's what he did. Well, in 1969, George decided he wanted humbuckers in this guitar to turn into more like an L5 style guitar. So he had a local legend named Phil Tafoya, who was an authorized Gibson warranty repair guy. He had him put these humbuckers in it, 1969, and he replaced the original tuners with what we call the old waffle tuners, which are great tuners too. He said the other ones were slipping, so he had him put those in in 1969, and it became what you're seeing right here, which is a fantastic guitar. Just absolutely beautiful. Great history. Thrilled to have it in here. And, George is long since retired, and so I'm really grateful for him to bring this in and give us an opportunity to buy it, and we did. So there you go.
Just learn how to play first. Quit pulling so hard. Love the instrument.
Is that 61?
This one.
600 or 60923.
Yeah, see, it's played with no.
Yeah, this one.
6, 5, 7, 9, couple 60s, couple 61s, couple jazz basses.
It's like taking your pants off down here, man.
Yeah.
You hate to do it in front of people, but when it has to be done, you do it.
I love it.
Well, you know that.
I've never seen. It is a 61. Early 62, I'd say, yeah, I'll go for it.
Okay.
Oh, the glasses.
You know, when you get into the strict refins and stuff like that. We are showing this guitar. This guitar is for sale. A legendary Hall of Fame guitar. This is a 1967 Fender Jazzmaster, and this belonged to Mr. Don Wilson founding member of the Ventures. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and if you can see, this is a picture of Don at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with this guitar hanging here right under Madonna. It's an absolutely amazing piece of rock and roll history. Don told me that this is a guitar he used to record the theme song to Hawaii Five-0, among other theme songs that he did and used on a bunch of recordings. And we're absolutely thrilled to have this guitar in our store. Come down and check this thing out. It's really cool, and I don't know how long it'll be here, but here we are, and it's here. And